Join me today for a before and after video of the flower bed transformation at the front of our home here at Horticulture Geek Gardens. Thank you so much for joining me today here on Horticulture Geek. I'm Ray, and today, as I just said, we are finally going to be doing our before and after video of our complete landscape and flower bed transformation here at my home at the Horticulture Geek Gardens. So this will not be an incredibly long video, and I've got many videos in my library here on YouTube showing what the flower beds used to look like, the process we went through to take the beds out, and planting as we went along. And then we finally now have all the irrigation done, which was our last video. So check that out if you haven't. And we've got it all mulched, and we are finally able to call the landscape in the front of the home done. So if you are somebody who's tackling a landscape redo, it is a multi-step process, and it is okay to take your time with it. It took me quite a while to get mine completely finished, and the front of my home looked a bit crazy for a little while with no landscaping at all, and to a piecemeal landscape, and now we finally got it all put in and put together, and it's just part of the project, part of the process. So I hope you are going to enjoy this video. Like I said, it will not be incredibly long. I'm going to start off with some photos of what the flower bed used to look like, photos that I have pulled from previous YouTube videos. And then we're going to start in with the pre-mulch video, and then we're going to come in with the post-mulch video, just because it really makes a big difference to have good mulch out in front of your home. It really accentuates the plants and highlights the landscaping job that you've put in. And the kind of mulch you choose does make a difference. So I've said this before in previous videos. You're going to notice that my mulch that I have put out was a black mulch. It kind of ages out to a dark brown, but it did start out as a black mulch, and I have a red brick home. So I use a black mulch or a dark brown mulch for my home. If I had used a red mulch, it's too clashy, so you got to be careful of that. So the mulch you choose does make a difference. Some people like to use the light brown mulch or the cypress mulches. Those are wonderful options. And if you have a white home or a home that can support the red mulch color, then by all means use the red mulch. But I did want to say that caveat there, that mulch does make a difference. So be careful which mulch you choose. And a lot of times people will run out and get that red mulch and put it against their red brick home, and something's not right, and that's what it is. It's because your red mulch is clashing with the redness or the color of your bricks, so you got to be careful there. So with all that said, I'm gonna hush. We're gonna take the camera and start rolling for this reveal video of the landscape. Okay, so here we go with our before tour. So you can see I've got some good growth. Things are looking great. We just came through Memorial Day, so I've got the flags out. But let's just do a quick walk through here. So we've got dahlias here. We've got echinaceas. There's some lilies. We've got a salvia. We've got a lamb's ear. We've got our petunias that we put in. We've got our landscape shrubs we put in our last video, or one of our last videos. These are daffodils and daylilies. The daffodils are ready to be cut back. You can see how they're browning out and they're all flopped over. So we will be trimming daffodil foliage out today. The tree form hydrangeas that we put in are looking great. The roses. The area here at the front door is really looking nice. These are just regular cabbages. Okay, just like you buy vegetables. So these are cabbages. These are not ornamental cabbages, and they are forming up nice cabbage heads. Okay, and this is kale right here. I've got jalapeno peppers back in the back. So I have mixed edible plants into my ornamental landscape because it just brings texture and interest and color. And this is a bright sunny spot, and I needed a bright sunny spot for these vegetables. So they're out in the front yard looking great. And then it's just all repeated the same all the way down the side here. And we've got our crepe myrtles. They're looking great. All right, guys, here we have it. So let's just do a quick walk through here. We've got our echinaceas blooming. We've got dahlias blooming. We've got lilies blooming. Our supertunia jazzberries are blooming. Our roses are blooming. We've got the lime green, the yellow gold color. I've got lamb's ear. We've got our blue textures. We've got our hydrangea trees. They're looking great and blooming. We get over here to the front door. I've got cabbages, I've got kales, I've got jalapeno peppers. I have put edible crops in the ornamental flower bed. These beds get full sun. I had space, why not? Feel free to mix and match. I put in a bluegrass there. Again, if you think back to our video when we did all this work, we want green, yellow, red, and blue. So I've got blue hued plants, lots of green. I've got red in the brick, so I've got plenty of red. And then, you know, the green is here, the blue is here, the yellow is here with the gold. The planters are looking great. So we've got geraniums, we've got calibrachoa, we've got superbenas in here. We've got our tater tot arbovitas, which have a gold color. So we're looking really good, and we've just repeated it over here. I love that the kale has a little bit of that dark bluish texture or color to it, and the texture on that kale, you just can't beat it. That bumpy, protruding texture is so pretty. And then we just continue on down the line. And then the mulch itself just looks great. Another dahlia blooming back there. So here we have it, guys. The finished landscape. It's got color, it's got texture, it's got a fresh mulch, and I think it looks really great. Well, guys, I certainly hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you've enjoyed my landscape. If you do, give me that thumbs up. I would love that. If you have any comments, leave those down below. And hopefully this video today has inspired you to tackle your own landscaping and gardening projects at your home and in your gardens. Sometimes we just have to rip that Band-Aid off and start over. And that was the case for me here with this garden. The old boxwoods and hollies that I had were old. They were starting to die out. I had issues with them. The hollies were the old-fashioned hollies that wanted to get 30 feet tall. They constantly had to be pruned, so it was a maintenance nightmare. And like I said, I had diseases in those plants. They were starting to die out, so it was just, they were old and tired. They had reached the end of their life, and it was time for something new for me. And maybe you're in the same boat in your garden. So hopefully this video is an inspiration to you to get out and tackle it. And the other thing is that you don't have to do everything all at once. I chose to go in with just a few shrubs and larger things in my beds, and I filled in with annuals and perennials. Maybe you want to fill in with all shrubbery. That's a wonderful option as well, but shrubbery can get expensive. So choose how you want to layer that in, and maybe you do some shrubs this year and some more shrubs next year. And if it takes you a couple years to fill back in, that's perfectly fine. Just do whatever works for you and your budget and your time frame, and make your garden something that works for you, that you truly love. That is my hope for everyone out there, that you will get into the garden and make it a space for you that you love. So leave me that thumbs up if you liked this video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I sure would love for you to do that, and hit that notification bell. It'll tell you every time we post a new video. We've got more stuff coming up, including a garden tour. I know I've yet to put one out this year, so we will be having a garden tour coming out very soon. But until next time, guys, from my garden to yours, I wish you all the best and happy gardening.